All right, guys, so who you work for matters. And I'm going to talk about some different things with a job here. So last night I was working, and like I said, I got kind of thrown into it. Surprisingly, I told the hostess to pace me. And before I knew it, I was like, what the heck? I had been double seated, triple seated over and over. So luckily, where I have experience waitressing, it's just like you get back on the bike and you're like, you're fine. So once you know how to waitress, I mean, it should be like riding a bike. You do know what you're doing. So once I got going, and again, the menu I have just taken a test for, but I haven't associated different things in the menu, and that comes with experience. And that was a real confidence builder for me again last night after the last job I worked at was just an awful experience. So what you want to do is, just because you work for rich people like I worked for one of the richest hotels in the world, that doesn't mean it's going to be successful for you, because many times they stay rich. The way they stay rich is because they're investing in themselves. This is an employee-focused company that I'm at, which I really appreciate. So, like, for example, rather than at a fancy restaurant, you're being spoon-fed where they're like, okay, we're giving you a table. The hostess is letting you know, a lot like a school mentality. This place is like, you better be watching your tables because nobody's going to tell you when you're seated. So you're responsible for yourself. Another thing is, at this fancy hotel, they take 20%, right? And it's like, where is my tip going? 5.5 per minute to a manager, $5.5 to an assistant manager, and you're like, what? I don't need them. You come out from having a lot of experience like me, you don't need to be micromanaged. You don't need a manager going to the table saying, how is everything? Or, whatever, they do, which is stand there and watch you take an order. You are on your own, and if you've been trained, you should be able to handle things yourself. So for example, at this restaurant last night, I wasn't spoon-fed. I was thrown on the floor. I didn't have anyone say, you're doing a good job, or, what happened at this table, or let me see the check for this table. I mean, that is time consuming. This place, you're just like, you're on your own. And if you need help, let us know. So I did take the help last night. I did an excellent job. Customers were happy, like I said in my last video. But it makes a difference. Like, this place will be like, we're giving you as many tables as you can handle. Versus the other place is just like, well, we only do sections and there's only so many in a section and that's it. That's a waste of time when you could be taking more tables. Also, 20% is a lot of money. So this place is only taking 4%. Bartender, bussers. That's okay with me because I appreciate the bussers. Because what happens is, when you have bussers who clean your table, you can make more money because you're turning tables quicker. So I do not mind paying bussers at all. And I also take my own dishes. You want to take as many dishes as you can yourself, because these bussers have like 20 plus tables at a time to go bus and clean, right? And so the quicker your table gets cleaned, the faster you have turnover, which means more money for you. So I really appreciate this place. You're on your own. If you make a mistake, I mean, it's no big deal. They are going to help you with it. They're not going to be like, you made a mistake. Oh my goodness, the whole hotel's reputation is at stake. They're not like that. And you get a lot of freedom. So I'll never forget what this one guy said at the 99. He said, here's your tables. What you do with them is up to you. So you want to have a lot of freedom in your work environment. You want to be able to have as many tables as you can take. I used to, when I was working at this place at Beefside Restaurant in New Hampshire, I used to take the whole entire room myself. And I didn't even have time to go to the bathroom. Kind of like that here. Same thing. You don't have time to do much if you want to really earn your money. And so, yeah, I was really happy last night. I have the potential to earn more in a place that's not a fancy restaurant, because there they have it so structured that it's just like, these are the morning shift, this is the afternoon, this is the night shift. There's not a lot of room. I mean, if you want to change shifts, there's not a lot of room for that. It has to go through a manager. This place, you just get a notification. You want my shift? Yeah, I'll pick it up. So you have more opportunity to work without the manager's interference. So you really want to be able to make sure that when you're in a job, you're not being spoon-fed, that you are truly, the sky's the limit with how much you can make. That's the kind of place you want to be in. It's just such a big difference. There's such a difference between which job you are choosing to invest in. So I'm really grateful for this place. And like I said, this place will be being used for me to make money. And I said in my last video, I will be investing now in myself more with classes that I want. And waitressing is an awesome side hustle. Awesome, because you can put, you can work a 5.5, 6 hour shift and get paid, $150 or more a night with your tips, your wages and everything. So it all depends on you. And that's kind of what I am about. I do believe in capitalism. I believe in personal responsibility. And I do believe people should be rewarded for how hard they work. I mean, I had a $30 tip last night at one table, and that's just because they were happy with really good service. I believe in rewarding people for working hard versus, being at a place that's just got so many rules and so much overhead that you really can't get ahead. So it really doesn't matter so much as which company you work for, whether they're rich or not, but the principles that they hold is more important. So that's what I got, guys.